All right, 508, we're back again. Um, Legacy Group, Real Estate. Thank you, Scott and Anna, for letting us come down here today. Here again with my man Andrew and Ryan. A couple guys that think they know a little bit about sports. What do you think your level of knowledge is?
Some people might say I know nothing about sports. You know, it all depends on who you ask.
At a level of 1 to 10, what would you say your knowledge is?
Overall, like all the sports combined, I'd say a solid like 7 or 8.
I
was gonna give myself a 6.
I'm a 10. I'm a 10. I'm a 10. I'm a 10 of us.
Everything all in.
You have a question? I got you. Just let me have a computer in front of
I'll
me.
have an answer for you. It might not be right, but I'll have an answer for you, and it'll make it sound right.
I'm really good at that.
It'll be right.
By the time I'm done, you'll be like, wow.
Yep.
I didn't know that. All right, Red Sox. Our beloved Red Sox. Andrew missed him. He was away a little bit. We could be specific. We could talk about the Red Sox out. It's just not good yet. It's not good. Hasn't been good this season. Specifically, Andrew, I know you're the Red Sox guy here. You're Maserati of 508 Sports Talk. I hate that dude.
I love
Maserati. You would. You definitely would. He would. No, you don't like Maserati, do you?
Yeah, listen. 6 to 7. This is baseball show. I listen to it. Yeah.
All right. What the fuck is going on with Roman Anthony?
It depends on who you ask.
I'm asking
so if you ask,
what if I ask Maserati?
I'll say the same thing I'm about to say probably. If you ask the Red Sox, it's like a strained ligament, right? Nothing to worry about. And it just needs time to heal. If you ask Roman Anthony, he will confirm that there's a tear somewhere in that ring finger area, and that it needs to be handled a certain way.
And apparently this didn't happen on the check swing. It happened on a slide before that into one of the bases.
Yeah, something I think so. But right. I mean, the big point is that last week, right, on the Greg Hill Morning Show, actually it was Thursday. So they have the front office report, right, where Sam Kennedy comes on.
Right.
So Greg has his sources, and he asked Sam Kennedy, said, "Hey, I'm here, and my sources are telling me that it's a tear in his ring finger, not a sprain or a strain or anything, but there's a tear in the ligament in his ring finger." And Sam Kennedy, like Sam Kennedy does, kind of mocks Greg Hill and says, "Well, it's not a tear from my understanding." And Dr. Hill and Dr. Kennedy can break this down, like this very, condescending.
Okay. Dr. Hill and Dr. Kennedy.
Yeah,
I get
right?
it now. All right.
Talking about an injury, right? How they're not doctors. So,
right. So why are we talking about
almost
this?
right? Yeah. Now he tried to soften it by making fun of himself, but he only did that to make it not so obvious that he was trying to make fun of Greg Hill for Greg Hill sources. But here's the thing: Greg Hill's been in this area for so long. Even when he wasn't doing sports talk and EEI, he would have Julian Emden on. He had Lindy Byers on his show, like. So he's always been kind of involved in the sports scene.
Probably knows, right?
He has some good sources. He has some good sources.
And
he doesn't always say my sources. So when he says it, it's like, okay. So he talked about how he had a tear, and Sam Kennedy was like, "Nope, it's not a tear.
Adamant.
It's just a strain. Yeah, this and that. Okay, fine." Well, then Rob Bradford has his, the baseball writer for the EI.
Baseball is involved.
Yep. And so he interviewed Roman Anthony. And Roman Anthony said something to the sort of, don't quote me on this, right? But it was something sort of like, well, I know it's been thrown out there what I have, but yeah, it is a tear, and he names the specific part where his finger is torn. And even Greg Hill was saying the same thing. He goes, well, if it's just a strain, but I am right. It's his ring finger, right? Like that's on whatever hand.
Right.
And Sam Kennedy goes, yeah, no, that's the right finger. So it's like,
he knows.
but then Roman Anthony came out and said, no, it is
a tear
there. And there's been people, people
Calling
talk
him
to
a-
a baby what it's like.
calling
He
him a
goes, but I
pussy.
want to make sure that people understand, like it's torn.
Yeah, right.
He
Because
knows how it gets out there.
well,
People
because it's not making him look
correct.
very good.
Yeah, right.
So
You know what I'm
now,
saying?
Strain
so,
taking months.
so
Yeah.
back to the Red Sox and how they just fumble this entire. You have this guy,
Everything about them.
right, who is like supposedly your star, like
Yes.
he's your future. You signed him to a contract extension, right? But now even he has to go out there and be like, yeah, some guys I know guys have talked about my injury,
defending
Sam
him,
Kennedy,
yeah.
trying to say it is something, but it isn't. So it's like, guys, what are we doing here?
It starts from the, you can go ahead. It just starts from the top. They don't know what they're doing anymore. It's a shame.
Yeah, it's horrible, man. Like, how do you not? And if he's supposed to be the superstar centerpiece, right? And you're tiptoeing around saying the actual truth, and then you have the player himself say, "No, it's
Right.
torn." I mean, if it's a sprain or a strain or whatever, like that makes this guy look like the softest dude ever, right? Like because the team's leaking oil,
Yeah.
they're struggling, already fired core, like everything's bad, and he could be out there at least bringing some excitement. And if it was something he could play through, he'd be playing through it. So it's like the misinformation is just, I don't know.
Yeah,
This season just feels off.
they just fumbled everything. I'm not a big numbers guy, but I follow the team a lot. And my biggest thing is that the way they try to do things, it seems like it's all missing. It's all missing. And I'll be honest with you. Okay, you want to stay under that threshold, whatever it is. You kind of screwed up by signing Bello and the other kid that's still in Pawtucket that came last year. Giving them guys, I know you try to take a step ahead and pay them early, but you didn't have to pay them early. Maybe that money that you used for those two guys, Bello and who's the guy that's from last year, that's Campbell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't work. They thought they were doing smart.
So here's the thing about Bello, right?
Dude, you cannot.
Listen, it's a 6-year, $55 million deal.
Right.
So when you look at the numbers, even for Bello, if you have a guy and they've kind of figured this weird little thing out with him that if they have someone pitch the first inning,
It is fucking weird. It
turn
is
him
weird.
into a Cy Young kid.
Yeah, it is weird.
It's absolute wild, right? So I'm not mad about the Bello money with the Bello.
No,
Bello.
I'm not saying.
But my thing you're right about Campbell because Campbell had never played a major league game, and then they signed. But the reason they signed him, and this whole goes back to we've talked about it. This whole goes back to he's a drive line kid.
Oh, that stupid shit.
Yes. So
Right.
that's why Sam Kennedy and they had this whole big press conference about, oh yeah, blah blah blah, because he
Drive line.
is drive line.
Yeah, but
Drive line took him and changed his whole swing. So they wanted him to be a success because then they could justify drive.
Right, but my thing is more to the we saw clearly that they were going to try to sign a couple of these young guys early to maybe not spend as much total in the end. It's not working either. It's almost like everything they try.
Well, it'll work when you do it when you sign the right guys.
The right guy.
That's
Yeah,
the
I
problem,
get
right?
it.
So, but you have to sign the right guys for the right reasons.
But how often? How often? And if you're a GM, now we're getting deep into this. If you're a GM of a team, right? And Roman Anthony was a year after Campbell, right? And Campbell was probably a year after Bello that they signed him to those deals, kind of, more or less. Bello might have been 2 years.
Roman
before-
Anthony and Kirsten Campbell were technically in the same season.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, when you're a GM, and not a lot of teams do that, apparently. I didn't realize that. Do those type of signings where they get the kids young.
They're starting to become more popular.
Right,
The
because-
Braves really started doing
Right.
Ronald Acuna Jr.,
Okay.
Ozzy
Okay.
Albies,
So what happens?
started to-
So what happens to me? What I'm thinking is, you could have paid them less for like 3 more years, but then now that's when you start saving after
Well,
like
the
year
point is,
3
you
or
try to buy
4.
out a couple of years
of
of their free of their
Right,
arbitration,
right.
free
And I
agents.
get that. I get that part of it. But like as a GM, you got these 3 kids in the short of it. What's the chances that all 3 of them are going to live up to that deal?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's worked out in Atlanta. The problem is
Okay.
that they So I don't mind when you look at the money from Bello. It's not 6 years, $55 million.
Yeah, I
What
guess.
is that, right? But the Campbell one is what drives me sideways because you didn't sign him because.
So
you
what's
thought he
Campbell
was-
make? Just an example. What's Campbell making a year?
Oh, I'd have to look up what his.
Is
contract
it
right
more
now.
than 10?
I'd have
You think it's more than 10, 15 Campbell?
Probably not.
It's gonna be up. But I'm just saying, you put that 10 and
8 years, $60 million.
so
So just under 8.
under 8. So
Seven and a half.
what I'm saying
it
is
goes up to in 2032 he'll make $16 million.
right, but as you go up more, but what I'm saying is, okay, now you have that money and Bello's money. If you didn't pay them early, right now you'd probably be not extending them, not doing whatever,
Right, but
and you would have been able to sign like whatever it is. Even if both of them add up to 20 million,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
The problem
It's
with
an extra 20 million. Just they're adamant about the money.
Well, the problem with baseball is it's guaranteed contracts. So just imagine if Christian Campbell, who has like, if you look at his hits in AAA this year, it's a lot of them are singles, right? So, if anything, he backfiring because it shows that drive line is not a successful model. But if you have a guy who can't get out of AAA, and now granted, this year he's only making $2 million. In 2032, though, he'll be making $16 million
Yeah, it's a lot of money
for a guy who might not even be.
He's probably not going to be in the major leagues.
But
If you look at it right now,
but then they'll complain or they'll try to pinch pennies when it comes to Alex Bregman, or even if you really want to go back, Xander Bogaerts. They didn't have to pay him for the deal. They weren't going to have to pay him for the deal that the Padres signed him to.
'cause they
They were
could've
going to
been
pay him a
for-
lot less. The problem is that they just didn't want to pay him what he was asking for. What he was asking for at the time wasn't that crazy. They just wanted to pinch pennies with that.
again,
So it's like their whole
We could-
priorities
could-
are all shot.
dude,
They have no clue what they're doing. It's just no one wanted to be their GM. Craig Breslow was like their ninth option.
Right.
So
and he came because
no
of
one
the
else wanted
connection.
him.
Yeah,
So if you're
yeah.
gonna offer the guy a job, of course he's gonna try and take
So
it.
to me, honestly, it's just it's hard as a Red Sox fan it's been ever since. To me, it goes back to Mookie Betts when Hein Bloom came in, put in a fucked up situation. Wow, I keep swearing today.
Yeah, he keeps
for some
saying,
reason.
"Let's put the explicit
I'm
thing
sorry.
in."
But to me was the okay, we're gonna lose Betts. He's coming in, this kid from Tampa Bay. We're gonna lose Betts, but it's so we can keep Bogarts. Oh, wait a minute, we couldn't keep Bogarts. Okay, but we can keep Devers. Oh, wait a minute, we're not gonna pay him either. But we're gonna get Bregman to replace Devers. Oh shit,
No, we're not gonna do that either.
we got Durbin.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. He's been great,
Let me tell you.
hasn't he?
Verdugo was a great piece for me.
Well, that's what's
Big
frustrating is this organization, this ownership group came in, right, and no one knew what to expect. And then they bring in a guy like Theo, and they had Larry Lucchino, which looking back on it, Larry Lucchino
was the guy.
was the guy that was keeping us off
100%.
course, right? And then I mean even Theo to some extent, right? Like it was just the
Yeah.
perfect combination.
And
obviously
even-
they clashed, so this is why Theo left. But this ownership group came in and did what no other ownership group could do. And it's almost like John Henry just thinks that because they did that,
He's
they
good.
just have, in perpetuity,
Yeah.
they have this like long leash of whatever, you know?
It's good to have
Yeah,
him back.
see?
Wow. In perpetuity.
Yeah.
Can you
So
hold on? Let's pause.
Yeah.
Meaning of in perpetuity.
it means it doesn't end.
Okay. I didn't know. That's why I was asking.
So yeah, right.
Okay.
So, but now what they don't realize is that they have one of the most passionate fan bases, right? Not just for sports, but especially the Red Sox,
no
right?
shit.
So it's like you can't just say like because we won all these things and did all these things a good way. Now that we have our heads up our ass that you just shouldn't worry about it. It's like no, you're for 8 years now, 8 years. This team has just been floundering into just nothingness. And it's just shitty because they're one of the best franchises in baseball history. You know what? It's almost like Mookie Betts is going to be Babe Ruth.
Ever since he leaves,
Well, because so here's the thing: the Red Sox won 5 of the first 15 World Series, or well, I guess 8. Well, they didn't have the World Series in 1902 because the Pirates wanted to play it. But
see, he is the
um,
baseball guy.
Yeah,
but the Red Sox won 5 World Series in the first 18 in 1900 to 1918. They won 5 World Series. And then obviously they got rid of Babe Ruth for No No Nanette, right?
For what?
The play. The owner was they sold Babe Ruth to the Yankees because the owner needed money to fund the play No No Nanette.
Oh, I thought there was like a horse involved
No.
in that deal.
I mean, maybe, but it was a play. It was mainly for a play. and the plate tanked.
I have no idea about it
Yeah.
was. I just thought that.
So that's why.
That's
So
freaking weird.
Yeah.
So the Red Sox traded Babe Ruth for a plate.
yeah,
They've been struggling.
Can you do that? Can you do that nowadays? Like, I'm gonna trade Babe Ruth for the equalizer.
no, no, obviously now there's
I'm gonna trade Romanes Denzel in the equalizer.
now there's rules, right? You know, but anyways, so if you think about it though, so now the Red Sox won, what was it? So 04, 07, 13, and 18. So they won 4 World Series from 2000 to 2018.
Okay.
And then they traded away Mookie Betts.
So
to the
now,
Dodgers.
all right. The
And
curse.
ever since they've traded Mookie Betts, besides 2021 when they made the playoffs, normal.
The
but-
curse of what are we gonna call it? The curse of
I don't know, we gotta call it.
the great. No, we gotta make it different.
Yeah, you can't just.
That's your homework for next.
Yeah.
I'll put the name.
Come up with a name.
Yeah, so like,
Come
I
on,
mean,
nah.
just hopefully not. I don't want to go like another,
Nah.
86
we'll be
years
back.
without winning
We'll
the
be
World
back.
Series, right?
We'll be back unless we move to the moon. Like they want people to.
Yeah, maybe.
You going to the moon?
Well, listen, they just had a rocket ship blow up the other day. I'm not going anywhere.
I did, but it's just some rocket ship that blew up in the bucket this afternoon. Did you guys hear about that?
I
shit?
heard the meteorite.
Yeah, there was like an explosion.
So there was a boom. I heard it was there was
Meteorite.
a possible
Yeah, there was something.
Transformers.
Government.
Yeah,
I don't like them.
Also, Transformers. I hear.
I hear.
Oh boy.
I love to see Optimus Prime.
That's what it. That's what they did. They came from and they.
Yeah, I believe it. All right, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves with the
Anyways,
Transformers.
But yeah, so Red Sox suck. Don't get me Sox.
The big Red Sox fans here, guys.
No.
I can't believe that. I had no idea that he was traded for.
Really,
Yeah.
learn something new.
Highs and lows. Draft day bus, trade rumors flow.